Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. It's Carole Baskin at Big Cat Rescue, and it is a beautiful Tuesday morning. Looks like diamonds out there on Tiger Lake. I saw that the keepers are out feeding the cats. They're just about to the end of that, so we will be able to go around and see the cats taking their baths and getting ready for their long naps. Servals are pretty excited about breakfast. For those who are concerned about Jasmine yesterday, she seems to be okay this morning. And Priya is up and about. I have not checked in on Gilligan yet. Filmo Bobcat chased me on the bike. Is it coming? It's coming, Des. She's coming to you next. So excited. Oh, man, we're so excited. This is the happy time of day. I can tell from all the hissing. It's always fun to try and feed the cats while they're sitting on their food plate. They don't make it easy, do they? They get so excited, they slap at it, knock it out. That's why she's got to have the stick to be able to pick up the pieces the cat knocks out and give her back to her. Because you can't get close enough to pick it up without them reaching out and snagging you. I can see, I don't know who that is, Hutch maybe in the background, acting all crazy. Thank you for sharing. Ooh, look at that. Food behind you. How exciting. Jordan tells me it's panicure day. Not the happiest day for the cats. I don't know if you could hear, but she said they're doing whole prey. So if it bothers you to see whole rats being fed to the cats, you might want to turn away. The cats really love them. Oh my goodness. It's like I'm hanging on to this no matter what. Worried me there for a minute. The whole prey is fed dead. It arrives frozen. We get it from the same places that the snake industry buys their rats and mice from. The whole prey is the best food for them because that's exactly what they would eat in the wild. They would eat the fur and the bones and the organs. The food that you get at the grocery store is just the muscle meat for the most part. It's like, ooh, look at this. This looks good too. Hey, Marcy and Partha and Brittany, Hillary, trying to shield the microphone from the wind. It's really, really blowing. So Alethea is running through this cage. She will then run through the tunnel down there to her other cage. Did you kill that yourself? Man, you're such a good hunter. You're the... Just strut with him. Oh, I'm gonna go eat this all day. And I'm gonna let her do it. It's not big on being watched. Actually, back this way and see if some of the circles are done. Hey, Anne. And Liz, good morning. There's some happy cats. There he is. Had to chase off a buzzard. Hey. Did you eat it all? You ate it all. Yeah, you made short work of that rat. You think maybe one's underneath there? No, there's not. It's not. Go see if there's anything tasty left on the grass. One more check in your cage there, your feeding lockout. These used to be tiger lockouts, which is why they're so ridiculously huge. And that's why the big tiger bowls are turned over, and he's just got the smaller bowl. We'll go look in on Zukari, and then I'll hop on my bike. We'll see what else is happening around the sanctuary. Hey, Belinda. And Ramesh. And Marcy. Where is Zukari? Hey, Daniel. Oh, there he is, way down there. Of course, you're about as far as I can get from my bike. Hey, Dad. Yes, the cats are fed every day. Jordan said this is a panicure day. So for 3 days in a row, I think, they get panicure. Every month they get ivermectin, which is for tapeworms and those kinds of parasites. And then every quarter, there's 3 days in a row of panicure for all of the other kinds of parasites that they get, because they eat lizards and all kinds of things that they catch, fast food that gives them intestinal worms. Speaking of lizards, oh my gosh, this morning I see that Carole is out hunting by the pool, and she catches something and runs in the house with it. And then about an hour later, as I'm getting ready to leave for the sanctuary, I go to put on my shoes, and one shoe is like 15 feet away from the other shoe. And I thought, well, that's weird. She never plays with my shoes. But didn't think anything of it. Shoved my foot in the shoe and felt this squish in my toes. And so it was like, I'll bet that's the lizard she had. So I take it outside, and I think I'm going to shake out a dead lizard. No, I shake out a live lizard. Then I just wanted to scream. Oh yeah, that's your bush. You better mark it. Mark it good. Gonna go say hi to Linda. Howie's giving Linda a tour. She flew here from a long way away just to see Priya. Priya is her girl, Deb, just like you. Lots of people love that Priya. So the lizard managed to get away with only his tail missing. And I learned a very valuable lesson about shaking my shoes out before I put my feet in them anymore. Even in the house. Look at you. You're such a wildling. Oh yes, I'm going to go tear this apart. I'm just so crazy. And mark that too. Yeah, got to mark everything. People get these animals as pets, and then when they grow up, which is about 1.5 years, they start peeing on everything, because that's what they do. They mark their territory. Has nothing to do with litter box manners. You can teach them to use a litter box. You just can't teach them not to spray. Somebody's got the zoomies. Yeah. You feeling frisky? You're so frisky. Wow, I can't even keep up with you. You're so crazy. And we're on it. Off again. With the sun behind you, I can barely see you. I fear any minute I'm going to get a face full of Serval. That's not going to be fun, is it? Oh, you're so wild. I love that. There's a nice cool breeze this morning. It just feels lovely. And Zukari is making the most of it. Zoom, 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 zoom. I'm going to go around on the other side so I have the sun behind me, and maybe we can see him better. Hey, Craig. And Cheryl and Diaz. Jeannie. He is full of energy, isn't he? Zippity-doo-dah. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Sing along, Zukari. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. We don't have any plans to be open for our regular tours where we would have like 20 people on a tour for a couple of reasons. One is because we don't have any tour guides. We lost a third of our volunteers during COVID who have never returned. And those were mostly people who did tours and worked in the gift shop and those kinds of things. The keepers stayed on, of course, because there was still keeper work to do. But there has not been a way to attract back tour guides. And mostly keeper people do not want to do tours. The other reason is the cats have so much space now. We've joined cages together so that if you come out for a tour, you're going to be lucky if you see 2 cats the whole day. The good news about where they're going, though, they're going to Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge, and the tigers should be there by July, and the smaller cats by October, and they do daily tours there. So in addition to our 40 cats, they have 80 lions and tigers and ligers that you can get to know there. And their tours, they have like a discovery area where you can just walk around, and they have like keepers positioned to answer your questions, kind of like our walkabout, but on a much smaller daily kind of basis. And then they have trams, so you get on the tram and it takes you all over to see the cats in their enclosures. And their enclosures are built in squares, rectangles, and trapezoids, so it's a lot easier for you to be able to see the cats on a tour than it is here, where you can see how our rounded cages, there may only be one part of the cage that comes out to the tour path, and the cats could be anywhere back in the back that you'd never see them. I can't wait till I have a bunch of visitors. I like showing off. I like showing them I can run and jump and catch stuff. Oh, what? I have never seen him so frisky. He is so full of it today. I haven't either, and he just keeps at it. You want to say hello to your Facebook fans? He's still running around back there. Back up on the tree. I hate to leave this area because I don't think anybody else is going to be quite as entertaining. Jose. And Salini. This is Zukari Serval. He's just had breakfast and is running all over the place. Having so much fun. wish I had that much energy as well. Yeah, he's gonna sleep all afternoon, I bet. I can barely swing the camera that fast, Zukari. Best case of the zoomies I have ever seen. Oh, and now we're on our Kuru. That's precious. You're precious. I hope those high winds blow in some rain. I drove to Micanopy yesterday, drove in the rain all the way there and part of the way back. And then Howie said it didn't rain here, but a couple of sprinkles. So I hope today it moves a little further south, because we really need it. Deb's right. Our goal is to take care of the cats that we already have rescued for the rest of their lives at Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge, and you can help us do that. We have sponsorship kits that start at $25 at bigcatrescue.biz, where you can adopt cats and take care of them while they're here, and then of course we're going to continue paying for their food and veterinary care once they move, so your sponsorships really help with that. And then we're also going to be stepping up our in situ donations, which are saving animals in the wild, saving cats in the wild where they belong. And currently we donate about $100,000 per year to different projects around the world, mostly projects where we can help communities that live near these cats protect the cats. So if, where did he go? If a serval catches a chicken from a farm somewhere in Africa, then people will kill the serval. So it does things to provide like insurance for your chicken, or to help you build a better chicken coop, or everything that we can do to keep you from killing the cat. And so those are the kinds of projects we really love to fund, but we can only do about $100,000 a year because we spend $3.5 million a year running the sanctuary. So by cutting out the overhead of the sanctuary, we can do a lot more. It's still going to be very expensive to take care of our cats, but we think that we could probably give away $500,000 a year to conservation projects. And if so, Big Cat Rescue will become the largest donor to small cat issues. Lions, tigers, cheetahs, they get all of the donated money. But cats like servals and caracals and fishing cats and black-footed cats, a lot of those are cats people have never even heard of, and those are the ones that we put money into, because there really is the opportunity to save them from extinction by just doing small things that don't cost a lot. And so that's where we want to put the rest of our time and energy, is into making sure that we all have a planet where all wild cats live free. Thanks to all of you who helped pass the Big Cat Public Safety Act, we just don't think there is going to be a need for rescuing big cats. All of the big cub petters have gone under, except for Doc Andel, who's under indictment, and Mario Tabro, who I think will be right behind him. Between them, I think they had something like 70 or 80 cats. And there's plenty of room in the existing sanctuaries to place those big cats. small cat issue is ever going to be the problem that the big cat issue was, because the smaller cats just aren't as impressive. People don't use them for showing off as much because who cares? And they grow up fast. So by the time they're a year and a half old, people can't stand them anymore. Whereas lions and tigers and ligers, you could usually use them for about 5 years before they'd want to kill you. I think there's going to be a need for sanctuaries into the future, and that's one of the reasons that we chose Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge, because they already rescue other kinds of animals. They're mostly cats, but they also do bears. They have a hyena. They are the kind of people who will help whatever animal is in need, whereas I'm kind of a speciesist. If I feel like you can only know one thing really well, and we know cats, but I don't have any desire to learn about elephants or chimpanzees or any of these other species. So if cats are my passion, the best way for us to continue doing the most work to save the most cats, I think, is to save them in the wild. Those vultures are taunting you, aren't they? See, I would get them. I would so get them. All right, I think maybe his zoomies are over. Gotta run back, grab my bike, see if we see any cats having baths as we head back through the Serval area. Here's Brittany. There's the hutch. There's the hutch. Hi. Oh man, we look so relaxed. You about to have a nap? It is a beautiful spot for a nap. Just enough sun. For anyone who is not familiar with the move that we have planned, if you go to bigcatrescue.org/moving, it explains all of the reasons behind the move and ways that you guys can get involved in the move. One of the things that I'm really excited about there, and I don't know why, because we're paying to build the cages for our cats that are going there. We're investing $1.8 million into the Freedom Field to make sure our cats have bigger cages than they have here. And there's one part that we're not funding, which is their, is this Alethea? I think Alethea brought her rabbit over here. The one thing we're not funding in the Freedom Field is a event pavilion. And if you go to turpentinecreek.org, I think right on their front page, there will be a pop-up at the bottom that talks about their campaign, their capital campaign. And the Freedom Field Pavilion is one of the things people can donate to and have it named after them. And so it's something that will help them raise money in the future. They can do things like our Wildcat Walkabout or the Furball Gala. They actually have their version of our Furball Gala coming up August, I think, 29th. And Howard and I are going to be there. So we hope that you will buy tickets and join us there as well. But they're doing it without a pavilion because they don't have one yet. So I would really love to see them be able to fund that. I know they're looking for a single donor who could get the naming rights on it, but I wonder if it were possible for our donors to get together and chip in on a fundraiser together that would cover it. And it's really expensive. I'm thinking it's like $100,000, $200,000 for that. So it's a lot more money than our donors have raised before, I think, on a single project. But it's a project that could be saving animals forever. I hope you can see her clearly, because I can't. But I think maybe that's because I was focusing my eyes at a distance, and now I can't focus them up close. If you guys saw, that rabbit she was carrying around earlier was about a quarter of her body size, and this is all she has left, is a little bit of, looks like bunny tail left. And she is polishing that off. Rabbit meat is a lot fattier than the rat meat, and so the cats really, really love it. People have a sweet tooth, like we are attracted to honey and things that are sweet, like berries and sugar, and cats don't have that. They don't have a sweet tooth, they have a fat tooth. They love anything that has a lot of fat in it. That's why so many of the captive cats that you see are grossly overweight, because their owners give them whatever they want, which is not good for them. In the wild, nature tells them, eat all the fat you can get, because you never know when you're not going to be able to catch anything, and you're going to have to go hungry for several days, and you want to keep up your fat reserves. But in captivity, our cats eat every day, so we have to restrict how much of that fat they can get. Yeah, if you guys have dogs, dogs do have a sweet tooth. That's why dogs will go after chocolate that will kill them, whereas cats hardly ever care about that. The only reason a cat might go after chocolate is because of the milk and butter content, and it can kill them too. So don't leave out your Easter bunny chocolates. Okay, she's done, and I think we are too. That was a pretty good haul for one live walkabout. I may, just for kicks, ride my bike around the sanctuary and see if there's anybody being just absolutely amazing. But because I'm going to be, I can't lock this. I'm going to be pedaling and watching where I'm going. There's going to be a lot of noise, so you might want to turn down your volume right now and just come along for the ride. I won't be able to see your comments as I'm rolling. But there is Deb and all of our amazing moderators that are in the room here who can answer your questions. So go ahead and ask them. Just don't hate me if I can't. Oh, I see I have this zoomed in way too much. That'll make you sick. Okay. Well, let's try this again. There's Jasmine, being very peaceful. Yeah, you being peaceful? You leaving your tootsies alone? See Max over there on the far side of the lake doing his morning patrol. There's Simba Tiger. Yes. Who is so chuffy? Are you so chuffy? Yesterday when I was at Payne's Prairie Park, I noticed that even though the wind was just howling, once you got down into the trees, you could hear it, but you couldn't feel it. And I just realized how it's the same here. As soon as I got away from the lake, I can hear the wind, but I don't feel it as much. These guys are still zooming around, chasing each other. Flint and Nabisco out here on funcation. I see you, stalking the bike. There comes Nabisco. Hi! Oh man. Getting it from both sides. I think he ducked up here behind this culvert, but I'm not sure. I lost sight of him for a second. That was so sneaky, Flint. You were so sneaky. Where's Nabisco? Oop, right behind you. Yes, you are. I don't have more food for you. They're like, let me lure you back into my den, little lady. I see you following. I see that. That was about a half-hearted pounce there. You gonna let him stalk you now? Oh, he went the wrong way. He went the wrong way, Flint. Yes, these are bobcats. Flint on the left here is a Florida bobcat. And Nabisco, way down there, is a northern bobcat. I think he came from, was it Wisconsin? Montana? Somewhere up there. We got him from South Dakota, but he had been born in some other state up there. All right, well, that's probably about all the fun we're going to get out of those two. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I'll try to come back this afternoon, probably around 4:30 Eastern Time for evening meds and snacks. So I hope you will join us then.